That can't be our house.
Yes, it is.
Holy moly.
What do you guys
This
look
looks
like?
amazing. It looks completely different.
Congratulations on your new show on HGTV, Farmhouse Facelift. Yay.
Thank you very much.
There are so many home renovation shows out there. What makes Farmhouse Facelift unique and go-to viewing for people?
Well, I think with especially the world we're living in right now in this pandemic, people are just trying to escape the city for a simpler way of living, slower pace, more room to roam, to raise a family. And I think that is probably the most special part about this show. I also absolutely love the fact that we do get to spend so much time out in the countryside. And the show is a good mix between generational farmhouses for farmers and people who have moved from the city and they are trying to get into that farmhouse living.
Oh my God. This is beautiful.
Well, I guess it's incredibly understandable for those reasons that you just gave. But you're actually seeing it. You're actually part of the movement, I suppose, helping people set up their homes. Now, when you go into a home that has old elements that aren't considered necessarily chic or whatever, will you still try to keep them if they have integrity?
Oh, absolutely. Every time, my brother and I are all about keeping the history of the home. If we need to take down a wall, and if there's baseboards or casing or door trim or original doors and hardware, we always save those. And then my brother will use them in whatever new space we have. He did that on episode 1. We took down all the original wainscoting, and then we moved that onto the new pantry side in their kitchen. So we always do that. I'm all about, and Billy as well, if it's lasted 150 years, why wouldn't we make it last another 100 years or the same?
Awesome. Oh, I love the closet.
Are you ready to see the laundry room?
Absolutely.
So, okay, I have a question for you. You work with your brother, Billy. He's a builder and a farmer.
Well, no, he's not a farmer. My dad's a farmer.
I thought he helped.
Oh yeah, we both help on the farm all the time. Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, no, seriously. We grew up hard workers, and we have another sister as well, and it's a family affair. Like, we get out there, and even my kids now, we go out, we help bale hay and straw, and they love it.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
We just wanted to add that modern farmhouse feel to it,
Yeah.
but with functionality.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
good.
awesome, you guys. Thank
Now, when it comes to going to antique stores or salvage stores, you'll do that and you'll get things that are authentic to the time. How do you know what's authentic to the time? I mean, that's a lot of research and study, or you just, you have a feel for it?
Well, I mean, like, there's so many different, like, there's Art Deco that was like the early 1900s, and then like, I just don't want to. Most of these farmhouses are back in the 1800s, so I'm looking for something specific. And then I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't put Art Deco in a farmhouse. It all depends on, like, what the client likes. I can make it work for anything. But if in the renovations on the show, we really did research, like, when was the house built? What would hold to that era? And we really try to bring back the charm to that time. I mean, I think it's just how you incorporate it and how you make it work with everything else. But Billy and I both would much rather find an antique or something authentically original to that time than a replica.
I love the wallpaper and I love the cabinet.
That's an antique that we picked up.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
If that's what you love. And
Exactly.
And you can make it work, I think. I mean, I'm no professional, but I think it only makes sense.
There's so many, like, I've seen, so our last farmhouse that Billy and I did together, which was for my family, it was an American Gothic, 177-year-old farmhouse. It was absolutely stunning. You could Google pictures of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. That's how we were discovered. And it was, I really played off of the era of that home, and then just added all the modern elements. Now, the farmhouse we have now is a Victorian farmhouse. So when I do end up renovating this farmhouse, there's so many more elements that I would pull from like that modern kind of like French Parisian Victorian style. So I feel like whatever's your taste,
Yes.
and whatever you like, you can make it work.
How did you go from being a farm girl to being an interior designer?
I actually, funny enough, okay, so I was a farmer's daughter, and I actually went to school for broadcast journalism. My husband and I were married very young. He had his own business, and I actually waitressed and bartended because I supported his business. And we have 4 children, 16, almost 15. We have a 8-year-old and a 7-year-old. So
How do you do it?
So when our first 2 were babies, I went back to school for interior decorating because people came over to our house and they were like, "Oh my gosh, did you hire a designer?" And I said, "No, like I don't know, I put it together." My grandmother was a seamstress. She sewed all of our curtains. My mom helped as well. And I just, and I would always go onto Ottawa Street in Hamilton, the fabric stores, and just make my own custom pillows. And I was doing it for friends and family. So I didn't even get all the way through interior decorating school. And then I went back for redesign before I had taken on all these massive projects, and it just exploded for me. So it was a lot. And
Wow,
then
isn't that
it
amazing?
snowballed into all of this. So I have my
Incredible.
own company, and CW Design & Co. And every project I take on, I'm involved from start to finish. I get in the demo, I'm there for everything. Like I'm hands-on, absolutely hands-on.
Oh, I love that look. That's beautiful.
Well, you've got one more room to see.
You're finished shooting for the season, and
Wow.
for a next season, how can people apply to be part of it?
I don't even know if we have a second season yet, but I think we will because
Oh, you will.
I'm hoping.
I think so. I think people are just so in love with these shows. It's a passion. What you do as a job is what I do to unwind. I read the books and the magazines and watch HGTV. So you're living my
Love
dream
it.
away.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, my passion is what I do, and I absolutely
Isn't
the
that
most
great?
rewarding part of my job is like that reveal, exactly what you saw for John and Christine, and giving a homeowner something like what we did with that family tribute on the memory wall.
Right.
We try to do something like that in every episode where it's just there's a surprise at the end. And that's what I live for. I live for that moment, for that reaction, and that is everything for me.
Isn't that great? Yes. The sign of a job well done.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Wow, this is stunning.
it's nice and bright.
It's all one room.
We took down that
It's
awful
so
wall that you
nice.
guys hated, and now you've got one giant kitchen.
And the floor ties both of them in together.
And let me show you your brand new pantry.
Wow.
All
Yeah.
those appliances that you don't want to see,
Yeah.
but maybe you do use on a regular
Yeah.
basis.
This is wonderful. Oh, I love the island.
I built this island for you.
You did?
Out of reclaimed lumber.
This is stunning.
We really wanted to pay tribute to the 5 generations of this farm, and we did that memory wall for you.
Oh, very nice.
That's amazing. Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot of history right there.
There is. Thank you, you guys. That was very
Yeah.
special.